Let us start today's important headlines. Rekha Gupta is the Delhi Chief Minister now. She is the fourth woman to become the CM of Delhi. Sushma Swaraj, Sheila Dikshit, Atishi, the earlier female Chief Ministers of Delhi. Now, Rekha Gupta is the fourth woman to become the CM of Delhi. BJP Legislative Party selected Shalimar Bagh MLA, the first time MLA Rekha Gupta as the Delhi CM. Rekha Gupta, a first time MLA from Shalimar Bagh, has been chosen as a New Delhi Chief Minister. Rekha Gupta, aged 50 years, will be the fourth woman to head the government in the Union Territory. The announcement have come nearly after 10 days of the victory in Delhi Legislative Assembly. BJP won 48 out of 70 seats in Delhi Legislative Assembly. Rekha Gupta, a three-time municipal councillor who was active in student politics, was a surprise choice. She have actually beaten all her competitors, including Parvesh Verma, who defeated Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal, and also the former leader of opposition Vijayendra Gupta. Parvesh Verma, Vijayendra Gupta, they all competed to become CMs, but finally Rekha Gupta have become the CM. Lieutenant Governor of Delhi V.K. Saxena invited Rekha Gupta to form the government after she met him at his residence, accompanied by senior BJP leaders. So, this is the news that is coming up from Delhi. The next important news: no one can argue with me. Donald Trump on reciprocal tariffs. We cannot negotiate two issues with Donald Trump. One is about trade and tariffs, second is about illegal immigrations. Donald Trump, American president, have clarified that he had made it clear to the Prime Minister Modi that India would not be spared from Washington's reciprocal tariffs, emphasizing that nobody can argue with me on tariff structure. Mr. Donald Trump made the remarks during an interview, and the American president has announced reciprocal tariffs on its trading partners on February 13th, hours before a bilateral meeting with Modi in the White House. Under the new plan of America, the Trump administration will work strenuously to counter non-reciprocal trading agreements with the trading partners by determining the equivalent of a reciprocal tariff with respect to each foreign trading partner. During the interview, Mr. Trump also reiterated his stance on existing tariff structures between America and its partners, including India. No one can argue with me. Nobody can argue with me. He insisted. I told to Prime Minister Modi, here is what we are going to do. Reciprocal, whatever you charge, I am going to charge the same. Mr. Trump said, he goes, no, I don't like that. No, whatever you charge, I am going to charge. I am doing that with every country. India has very strong tariffs on certain imports from US, as in the automobile sector. Under the reciprocal tariff system, the US would impose the same level of tariffs on Indian goods. American President Donald Trump said that it was impossible for Tesla CEO Elon Musk to sell his cars in India because of the high import tariffs, and if he were to build a factory to manufacture vehicles in India, that would be unfair to his country. Alleging India just about charged the highest tariffs in the world, Mr. Trump warned the US would deal with this in a very fair way by charging the country as much tariffs as it was charging the America. Now, if he builds a factory in India, that's okay, but that's unfair to us. Donald Trump complained that every country in the world took advantage of the America and they did it with the tariffs. Another good news is coming up. Telangana is set to take a central stage on the global beauty map as it hosts 72nd Miss World pageant this year. The announcement was made by Julia Morley, chairperson of CEO of Miss World Limited, along with Smita Sabharwal, secretary to the government of Telangana. The pageant will begin on May 4th and be spread over 28 days with the grand opening and closing ceremonies scheduled to be held in Hyderabad. The itinerary includes other destinations in the state as well, as per the information posted by Miss World Organization website. Citing Telangana's reputation for safety, hospitality and thriving international ecosystem, the Miss World Organization hailed it as an ideal destination for visitors and contestants. They will be arriving to Hyderabad on May 4th and the grand finale will take place on May 31st. The grand finale will take place on May 31st. Coming to the other important news, today is February 20th, World Day of Social Justice. World Day of Social Justice is observed on February 20th to promote fairness and equality for all citizens. The day is dedicated to raising awareness about social justice and breaking down barriers based on gender, racism, equality, religious discrimination, etc. The theme of World Day of Social Justice today is Empowering Inclusion, Bridging Gaps for Social Justice, which highlights the necessity of providing equal opportunity to everyone regardless of their background. You all know social justice is an important concept, particularly in the country like India, where we have many discriminations based on caste, religion, region, gender, etc. So, February 20th is the World Day of Social Justice, which is an important news. In 2007, the UN General Assembly declared February 20th as the World Day of Social Justice as a part of its efforts to promote social justice, solidarity and equal distribution of resources around the world. The first celebration was held in 2009 to draw attention to issues such as poverty, unequal treatment and lack of employment opportunities, etc. So, in many countries we have poverty, unequal treatment and lack of proper opportunities. To ensure the same, World Day of Social Justice is being celebrated every year on February 20th. There is a news with respect to bird flu. Even the Telugu states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana have seen the bird flu cases, and there is a advertisement with respect to chicken consumption given by Poultry Breeders Coordination Association. Chicken consumption is safe. According to World Health Organization, cooking chicken and eggs above 70 degrees kills bird flu virus. Indian cooking happens over 100 degrees Celsius. There is a news coming up from Orissa. In Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, KEET, a Nepali student committed suicide due to alleged harassment and humiliation by her friend. On a temporary basis, the Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology was shut down for international students. The issue erupted, flared up, and diplomatic offices, even Nepali PM also tweeted on the issue. India also concerned on the issue. Orissa government under the leadership of Home Secretary of Orissa constituted a high level committee to inquire what went on and why that suicide has happened, who is responsible for that. So, this is the news that is coming up from Orissa. So, there is a news that is coming up. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath dismissed the concerns over the presence of fecal bacteria in the river water in Prayagraj, where people took holy dip during the ongoing Mahakumbh. Issues have been raised about the quality of water in Mahakumbh. Water there is released after purification. Pipes and drains in and around Sangam are taped. The State Pollution Control Board is regularly checking the water to maintain its quality. As per today's reports, the amount of biochemical oxygen demand BOD near Mahakumbh is less than 3 and the dissolved oxygen is around 8 to 9. It signifies that in Mahakumbh the water is suitable not just for bathing but also to have a holy dip and also holy sip. That means the water is potable also, they can drink that water also. This is a statement given by Yogi Adityanath, the UP CM, with respect to Triveni water, Ganga Yamuna water. Coming back, the National Green Tribunal have summoned UP Pollution Control Board officials to appear virtually before the tribunal for failing to submit action taken report to improve the water quality in Prayagraj for Mahakumbh 2025. The National Green Tribunal bench has directed both the Central Pollution Control Board and State Pollution Control Boards to take water samples, display the results on their website. According to the CPCB report, the river water quality was not conforming to the primary water quality for bathing with respect to fecal coliform. Central Pollution Control Board report highlighted alarming levels of water pollution in Ganga and Yamuna at Prayagraj, particularly during the events like Magha Mela and Kumbh Mela. The findings indicate non-compliance with critical water quality standards, raising concerns over public health and environmental sustainability. So, for prelims, you might get a question on what is BOD. What is BOD? This is an important area to remember. Okay. So, what is BOD? What are the levels of BOD? All these things you need to prepare. Next important news with respect to IR. Our External Affairs Minister Mr. Jaishankar to visit South Africa on February 20th and 21st for G20 Foreign Ministers meeting. India's External Affairs Minister Mr. Jaishankar will visit South Africa on February 20th and 21st to participate in the G20 Foreign Ministers meeting. Jaishankar, who is visiting Johannesburg at the invitation of his South African counterpart Ronald Lamola, is expected to hold a few bilateral meetings on the margins of G20 Foreign Ministers meeting. Our External Affairs Minister in the Foreign Ministers meeting will strengthen India's engagement with G20 countries and bolster the voice of the Global South in this important forum. Next important news that is coming up from CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education. CBSE plans to conduct 10th class board exams twice a year from 2026-2027 onwards. Central Board of Secondary Education plans to execute the class 10 board exams twice a year from 2026. The board will introduce the CBSE global curriculum for 260 foreign students affiliated with 2026-2027. Indian Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan held a meeting with CBSE officials and heads of NCERT, Kendriya Vidyalayas and Navodaya Vidyalayas. They have discussed the draft scheme set for the public consultation. According to the report, CBSE has announced plans to conduct exams multiple times annually. Students can take their exams twice a year and retain their best score. So, they can take 2 exams also and can retain their best score. Recently, Madhya Pradesh High Court told UPSC to give age relaxation and attempts relaxation with respect to EWS. UPSC told Madhya Pradesh High Court yesterday that there is no provision in DOPT guidelines to accord the relaxation to academically weaker sections as other reserved candidates in the civils exam. On February 14th, the Madhya Pradesh High Court has issued an interim order to UPSC to allow 5 years age relaxation and 9 attempts to academically weaker sections as the age relaxation and attempt relaxation is given to SC/ST candidates. But UPSC said there is no such rule with respect to EWS candidates. So, UPSC have submitted its reply that indirectly telling that we are not going to give age relaxation or attempt relaxation to EWS. Let us wait and watch what the Madhya Pradesh High Court will say next time. The other important news that is coming up with respect to India-Japan relations, exercise Dharma Guardian. The Indian Army will conduct the 6th edition of joint military exercise Dharma Guardian with Japan at Mount Fuji in Japan from February 25th to March 9th. Exercise Dharma Guardian aims to enhance the interoperability between the two forces while undertaking joint urban warfare and counter-terrorism operations under UN mandate. Last year, exercise Dharma Guardian was held at Rajasthan. This year, it is being held at Japan.